Welcome back. Well, love is in the air, and if you are looking for the perfect treat to make for your friends, celebrating Valentine's Day, or maybe something sweet to make for your special someone tomorrow, we are joined live by the founding partner of Goff Law Group and baker extraordinaire, Brooke Goff.
Baker extraordinaire.
Baker extraordinaire. Okay. That is your new title.
Perfect.
What are we making today? It looks delicious.
So these are sugar cookie bars, but believe it or not, I am not a huge fan of sugar cookies. I think people make them too cakey.
You always do say that.
I'm not a fan. So what I kind of did is I created this recipe where it's almost like, believe it or not, a sugar cookie shortbread.
It looks fluffy.
It is, but it's got a shortbread taste.
Yeah.
So it's...
I love both.
Delicious, but they are a labor of love. They bake a long time. You have to keep like stopping them and taking them out and putting them in so they don't burn. But I also don't like food coloring either, just like in my food especially.
Right.
So normally for this, red velvet would have made sense.
Sure.
Right? It's Valentine's Day.
Right.
Not a huge fan of the food dyes.
Red sprinkles.
Nice sprinkles, but you could, I guess my point is if you don't care about the food dye, a few drops into the frosting of red food coloring.
There you go.
It's nice and pink and more Valentine's.
That works. I love it. Lots of options.
Sure.
So let's get started.
Sure. So people are going to be like, where's the other mixer? So this was,
I was going to say, this is brand new
this year. How awesome is
it's
this?
Cool
so
looking. I like it.
I get them only when they're ones that I absolutely love. So this was KitchenAid's mixer. It's the Hunter Green, excuse me, they call it, in the wooden bowl, which is great. So I have room temperature so important here for how the cookies do. So 2 sticks of butter and then cream cheese. You're eating a cookie. Nobody's doing a third of the fat.
No.
Nobody's doing
Just go for it.
Just go for it. So you're gonna mix this together and you're gonna wanna let it go for you're gonna think it's done, it's not. You're gonna wanna let this go on low. Let it have fun for a bunch, maybe 5 minutes. Just walk away from it.
Yeah.
You have to worry about, people get nervous about over mixing, and you only have to worry about that with flour because it releases gluten, right? So if we're just mixing obviously butter and cream cheese, or even if you're doing sugars, you can leave it
No
forever.
worries, keep it
Let
going.
it go. I'll tell you, this recipe is super tricky. You're gonna wanna get a 9 by 12.
Okay.
You're gonna want to take parchment paper and put it down, but make sure that the parchment's at least 2 inches over the edge because you're gonna use that to pick them out hot. And then you're going to want to butter the parchment paper as well.
Oh, so it comes right off.
You got it. So that you're gonna wanna do ahead of time. Then obviously, once we're done here, and I can speed up the process a little bit, but I always recommend at home,
and why is that? Just does it make it nice and light and fluffy?
And honestly, rushing baking never gets you anywhere where you want to be.
Yeah.
And I mean, listen, if you have a bunch of kids at home, they're like, please feed me, it's fine. But I like the slow, it comes together a lot better.
The moral of the story is start right now after you watch this segment.
Yeah. Granulated sugar.
Okay.
Again, I'm as most people know, I talk about, I'm type 1 diabetic.
Yep.
So Splenda or Truvia is usually my friend. Or for us diabetics, I just take a little, instead of one of these, I just take a summer.
There you go.
And you can still get
balance.
The sugar.
Yeah.
Splenda doesn't taste right with anything, in my opinion, that is baked.
It's not the same as real sugar.
No. Yeah. So once this is together, and it's pretty much there. We're a little creamy right now, so this is good. You want to make sure you get it all off the paddle.
Yeah.
You're going to add your sugar and just go right in. Nobody has time to wait around.
All right, we got about 45 seconds here. And then the flour goes in?
Nope, yeah, you're gonna let that mix. Again, walk away from it, no problem. Then we have an egg and vanilla. So, little secret, you wanna activate your egg. This probably is the most disgusting thing you've ever seen. But you wanna take an egg, you wanna really go in there and you wanna mess it up. Then you put the vanilla in, and then I let it get room temperature and just kinda let it hang out. It activates the egg and the vanilla flavor comes so strong. And you really want to measure everything out here.
Okay.
So the sugar's in there, you throw that in there.
Yep.
Slowly put your flour in, let it all, don't overmix it, pull it out, scrape it into your pan that you've now prepared. And look, here we go.
Looks so delicious. We're gonna try this after we go to weather real quick, right before we go. Ash, how's it looking over there in the weather department?
Well, not as delicious, that's for sure.
Good.
All right, so for the rest of today, it's going to stay pretty damp for the next few hours. I'm trying to remain optimistic that there could be a faint break of sunshine before the day is over. Tomorrow, it's going to be chilly. Temperatures in the low to mid 30s. When you factor in the wind, it'll feel like it's in the teens and 20s, and there could be a stray flurry or snow shower earlier on in the day. But a messy storm system on the way for Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and through the day on Sunday. A situation where snow changes over to an icy mix, changes over to rain, then sometimes back to an icy mix.
All right, Ash, thank you. And these are delicious, by the way. Happy Valentine's Day.
Like a